Hi there, migrators. If you love migration, if you love people going from place to place, this is the lesson for you. Yes, it is the Great Migration. We are looking beyond the War of 1812. It's 1814. Napoleon Bonaparte has been defeated, and Europe is at peace for a while. But there are plenty more British people looking for more opportunities and wanting to come to Canada. Now, why might they be looking for opportunities? Aren't there opportunities in Britain? Well, in short, the answer is yes, but the answer is not enough because with the Industrial Revolution, it was called the Industrial Revolution because industries started to take off. There were a series of amazing inventions that allowed one person to do the work of many. One, for example, was called the spinning jenny, where using a spinning wheel, you were able to have one person with their actions would be replicated many times over. You do the work on one machine, and then several other components would do the same part. We also see the invention of the steam engine. So burning coal. Oh, fantastic! We got people starting to sign in here. That's fantastic. But anyway, the invention of the steam engine using coal, Britain had a huge advantage over some other countries because they had an abundance of coal. And by burning coal, you were able to emit a lot more thermal energy than other sources of energy or fuel, rather, such as wood. So if you wanted to get the equivalent energy from burning one train load, one cartload of coal, you would need many cartloads of wood. And so this meant that you could have inventions such as the steam locomotive. So trains were now coming on the picture in the 1800s. Because if you had a train that was carrying 100 carts of wood, it would take all that energy just to pull their own carts, whereas one cartload of coal could then carry many carts of other things. So the thing is, now this a train, for example, can carry the amount of weight that it would take many carts of wagons with horses and drivers to pull. So it's fantastic. You're being a lot more efficient. You can produce more goods, but the thing is, you don't need as many people to produce them. So what are all those people going to do? They need to find some other jobs. A lot of people were going to the cities for the factory jobs. Once again, there just weren't enough jobs for all the people. There weren't as many people needed on the farms either, with more efficient farming techniques. So they started migrating to the New World, to places like Canada, looking for new opportunities. So particularly from 1815 to 1850, hundreds of thousands of immigrants came to Canada, particularly British, mainly British. We'll see later on there will be a lot of immigrants from other places in Europe, but it was mainly British right now. And what this would have the effect of doing is that in this time, oops, I caught this pen. I just caught this pen between my legs. I'm like the greatest goaltender of all time. But anyway, um, the British, the British anyway, were now outnumbering the French in Canada by a 2-to-1 margin. And so we talked about how, yeah, at first, when the British first took over New France, they were vastly outnumbered by the French, and they were pretty much saying, "Oh yes, we'll give you your language and your culture." But now that they've outnumbered them by a 2-to-1 margin, they are going to try to assimilate them. They're going to say, "Hey, why can't we just teach these French kids to speak English?" That is going to be the huge challenge for the French Canadians, as we'll see. So that is the story of what's known as the Great Migration. It was great because, yeah, there were a lot of people who showed up, and but we're going to see how the French will react to this in our next lesson. Okay, so that is it, and I will see you folks later. Take care now. Bye bye.